Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm your friend in Saxo. Today we're going to learn another algorithm problem. The name for it is splitting a string without spaces into words. Certain languages, such as Thai or classical Latin, do not use spaces to separate words within sentences. This creates some challenges to text processing software that has to handle words. Yeah, I agree with that. Normally, when we are doing some natural language processing, we would love to use the space to separate different words out. Or in Chinese, if we want to do the natural language process with the Chinese language, then we will have to somehow first split it into words, then do the processing. And it's not that good. So that's why the English-based search engine would always be more effective and useful than the Chinese version of search engine. Giving a sentence recorded as a string without spaces and a dictionary, a list of words, split the sentences into words. In case multiple results are possible, return any of them. For example, we got a sentence hello word, and we will give you the dictionary, the hello goodbye word. The result you should get is hello and the word. Yeah, from this example, I think it's quite easy. Let's check the next one, example 2. Split sentence, cat said a mess. Giving the dictionary cats, eat, mice, sets. Then you're gonna return the results of cats, eat, mice, or cat, seed, mice. Well, this seems to be a little bit more difficult because you cannot reuse the characters that you already used for a word. So what result should be returned for the empty sentence? That would be an empty list. Some people would call this word list. I guess they're right.
List.
Is it possible that the sentence cannot be split into words? Yes, in such a situation, return none. For this one, again, I'm gonna do a search on letter code, and maybe we could try to solve this problem by ourselves first. Then we would do the reading and learning. Well, apparently I tried this before. It can be, let's say, in 2017. That's quite a long time ago. I tried that in that year, and I tried it again in 2021 after, let's say, 4 years later, and we finally get it passed somehow. And for the letter code, it even saves our old code, 3 months ago. And clearly I have tried so many different methods to solve it, and I have write a lot of stuff out there. I even used the shooting, which is not so good. And also here I also did some chatting. I specified some special edge cases which shouldn't exist in this solution if we could make the right solution. Anyway, I think the whole program is kind of weird. It's so difficult to read. Okay, so at first what I did is to create a recursive function. And for this function, it will take the string and take the words left for each time. And for each time, what I do is to do a loop for the words left that we have. And if the string starts with that word, I'll just delete one word in the words last and pass the string that left and also the last left to the recursive function again, so that it keeps this going on and on. Then in the end, if the string equal to empty one, which means it successfully replaced or split the string into words without anything else. So in that case, we'll just return true, because we successfully did the segmentation. Yeah, that's what I think. But in the end, after I run the code, I get an exception. For example, the apple pen apple with the apple pen last. You say, for my algorithm, it will only recognize apple and a pen. It will ignore the last apple. Why? Because for each time, I will delete the word that matched, and in the end, there's an empty last out there. So it cannot fully segment the string anymore. So for this case, I just delete the word left argument, since we don't need that. In other words, the string can contain repeated words. Alright, now you say that after the modification, it's working without any problem. Now let's just submit it. Okay, then we got the 10 exceeded. Exceeded. Okay, so basically why we get this weird error? Because we didn't short the word dict, I guess. If we short it from the longest to the shortest, then we will be fine. So let me do that. Alright, now as you could say, we get the word dict from shorted from the longest to the shortest. With that in mind, let me just submit it again. Okay, we still got the 10 exceeded error. Alright, so guys, what I did to solve this problem is to add a while loop. Yeah, because for this input, as you could say, it has a lot of repeated words. Obviously, if we can match it once, for example, the first line of code, if we can match it once, then we could match it for multiple times so that it will try to remove those reduplicated words as much as possible. So by using the 3 line of code, we could actually speed up our process so that we do not get the 10 exceeded error anymore. Now let me submit it again. Okay, we get another error. But as you could say, we are pretty close to the end of this submission. We're almost there. Alright guys, so in the end, I decided to just use 2 edge cases. Yeah, I don't want to handle that situation, so pretty much this is the solution for us, and we got it passed, and it's quite speed, and it also has a good performance right in here. As you could say, it's surpasses 95% of the Python submission. And as you could say, this solution, what I could write today, is definitely better than what I could write 3 months ago. Just because I have did a lot of practicing in coding, because that's my daily working, and also it's also because I have read this book just for a few problems, 2 or 3, 3 or 5. And now, since we have already passed that exam or found the solution, now let's go back to this one. Can we read its its solution even simpler than me? Let's say how can we do that? First, we define a function called split sentence, and it's gonna take the dictionary and that sentence. If that sentence equal to an empty string, then we will return an empty list. Then for each word in that dictionary, what we're gonna do is to check if that sentence starts with that word. If it starts with that word, we're gonna get that suffix, which is a word actually. Then sorry, it's not that word. This is the value that we left after we get rid of the first word inside of that string or inside of that sentence. And after that, we call our function again and again and again. If that split let is not equal to none, then we are going to return the first word that we use and what the recursive function returns, which is also a list of words. We combine it together. In the end, we got the last that we want. For example, this one, or this one. So it seems like it kind of different than the letter code problem that we saw, but in the end, they share the same mindset or idea. So that's the first solution, but maybe it's not that good at all since it may have the performance issue. So let's say if we can make it better by using the catch technique. So we're gonna from the function tools import the IRU catch, and also we need to define that function. And after that we got this function. We all know what it does. Then we got a new function. For this function, you will take the sentence. It does the same thing. Check the sentence if it's an empty string. If so, we will return an empty list. Then for each word in that dictionary, if that sentence, whatever, it seems like that it almost does the same thing anyway. So the only difference is that we have used the catch method. And to be honest, I don't know that that we could use the catch method for almost any dynamic programming problem. I don't know that, but it seems like if you get the static parameters for your function, you could use that without any problem. So yeah, that's it. And here's another solution that it uses a queue technique, but to be honest, I don't think that we need to learn that. At least for now, I don't think it's necessary, since we can ask the LeetCode problem, so that would be fine. We don't have to learn that. So I think this is it. This is what we learned today, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you like it, please subscribe and press the thumb up button. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.